The pods are open. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is TammyTalks. We are here for Love is Blind UK Season 2, Episode 1. All right, we had a blast doing Love is Blind UK last season, so I'm glad that you all and some new people are back for Season 2. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please do me a favor. I'm on the road to 45,000 subs. I'm less than 1,000 subs away. So if you have not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, thumbs up the video if you enjoy it, and then leave your comments down below on episode 1. I have only seen episode 1. Okay? If you leave a spoiler, you will be blocked. Point blank period. I have to do what I have to do. All right. So because I love you guys so much, for the first half of this recap, I am going to have the pictures of the people that I am talking about so you guys can see them. We didn't meet a lot of people this episode, which I wholeheartedly appreciated. So I put a few pictures up on the screen. Y'all know I do not use clips. Don't ask me. And I don't put pictures of the scenes. Do not ask me, because I don't do it. Okay. So, but we do have some pictures. So right away, what I did like about this season, as I mentioned, is we were not inundated with a ton of people. We met the people that we needed to meet, okay? Even in the pods, it wasn't a bunch of random 2-second conversations that we really needed to know. We kept it to the couples, all right? So first off, we meet Ashley and Billy, okay? Ashley has been single for 4.5 years. She is cabin crew. I'm assuming that's flight attendant. I'm going to call her a flight attendant. If that's wrong, the video is already up, okay? I can correct it in the next one. So Billy was in the Army. I don't know if he still is, but he was in the Army. And Ashley said, well, you know what? I was a cadet. They called me Combat Barbie. I said, who called you that? Who called you that, Ashley? Because I feel like nobody was calling you that, but I'm going to let you have it. We find out that Billy has a Cocker Spaniel named Ollie. I, too, had a Cocker Spaniel growing up as a kid. That was our childhood pet. His name was Busy, after Busy from Bone Thugs and Harmony, okay? Billy was previously married for 5 years, but he just fell out of love with her. I said, we're going to have to circle back to that. Something about that don't seem right, oh Billy boy, Billy Bob. Okay, something about that seems a little too convenient. He said, but the next time he gets married, that's it. Okay, he said, next time I get married, I'm married. Okay, we locked in. We this. All right. So next up, we meet Sophie. Okay. Sophie drained me. Sophie got on my nerves. I feel like Sophie is gonna take my nerve and just toss it up in her hand. So Sophie said that people either love her or think she's a heifer. She said cow. I know what that means, heifer. I feel that way too, though. Not even gonna hold y'all. I have always felt that I have a personality that either you love me or you hate me. I mean, YouTube has solidified my way of thinking about that. Either people really love me and Tam is great and all this other type of stuff, or people just don't F with me. Either way, I'm okay with, right? So she said that she does not like cats because you have to work for a cat's love, and she don't want to have to work for it. I said, damn, girl, it's a pet. Yes, you have to earn the trust and love of your pet. But she knows that she is the problem, and as long as you know it, I don't have to tell you. So Sophie and Kiernan, I feel like I'm saying his name wrong. I may have to start calling him K-Dot. Sophie and K-Dot. So K-Dot is a gamer. He was in a 7-year relationship, which ended a year ago. I feel like that's a little too fresh for you to be coming out of this long-standing with relationship, and now I don't know, y'all. I don't necessarily like it. But she was in a 5-year relationship, and she simply outgrew him. Or did he get tired of you, Sophie? Did he get tired of you, sis? Because that's what I feel like happened. But she said she has never been in love because she hasn't given everyone all of herself. That is crazy to me that you were in a relationship for 5 years, 5 years, and you Sophie's the problem. She knows it, and I know it. Okay. So remember Kieran this picture because now we have Megan coming up here. So K Dot and Kieran. She is a professional dancer, and K Dot said that he has liquid hips. I said, I know that's right. Got a little soul in your palm. I like it, Karen. I like it, K-Dot. I like it. But when he said he was a gamer, she was cringing. Look, there's money in gaming. I call myself a little fake gamer because I be playing my Nintendo Switch and whatnot. But like, there's money in gaming. But he kept calling himself a nerd. He's a nerd. He's a nerd. He's a nerd. We get it, okay? You're a self-proclaimed nerd. So they talk about children. They both want kids in the future and are both open to adopting, which is awesome, okay? Next up, we got this weird nigga here. Okay. Did a little research for y'all because I wanted to make sure that I was correct, okay? So we start off with Patrick. He said that he follows his spleen. I said, oh, nigga, please, okay? Look. But we get into it a little bit more, okay? So Patrick and Anu, okay? So she asked him, what do you do? He said he's a life coach, but he uses a spiritual system called human design. So I went and looked up what that is, okay? He said what that means is he trusts his splenic instincts, his spleen. So according to the Googler, in human design, splenic instinct refers to the intuitive guidance that comes from the splenic center, which is considered the body's alarm system and governs intuition, survival, and well-being. It's a primal form of awareness that provides instant, subtle, and often fleeting guidance about what is safe, supportive, and aligned with one's needs. Okay? Splenic instinct is characterized by a sudden, clear knowing that arises without conscious thought or logical reasoning. Basically, it's a gut feeling. Look. I did some more research, and apparently it's kind of like, it's not like astrology, but it's like astrology. I'm not going to say I'm a huge astrology girly. I enjoy astrology. I'm a Libra sun, a Scorpio moon, and Aquarius rising. What do I have? 4 out of my big 6 is Scorpio. I have to laugh, but 4 out of my big 6 is Scorpio. Very, very big air signs over here. That's to the extent that I know. You know what I mean? Like, I have my birth chart, that type of stuff, so I'm not big into it. But I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna get more info about this for y'all. But I'm gonna need this nigga to stop saying that he's following his spleen because it sounds stupid. That's like me saying I'm following my gallbladder. I'm following my liver to the liquor. Like, come on. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. So Anu is a Christian, and she wonders how would her religion fit into his spleen ministry. So he said he grew up Catholic, he grew up Christian, and he's okay with that. He respects it. He's cool with it. I said, okay, we gonna find out. Now, don't say that you cool with it now, and then you try to what's it called? You try to human design her away from her religion. That's all I'm saying. So we then meet Cal and Sarova. Cal and Sarova? Hold on, I didn't change their picture. I want to make sure everybody's picture, everyone's a rectangle, matches. Okay. So Calvin Sarova. So she is the co-owner of a medical company and he is the co-owner of a gym. So he's been single for about a year and a few months. And he said that his last relationship just fell apart. But he learned his next relationship will be with his wife. He said, I ain't got time for the foolishness with y'all. Okay. So remember those pictures. Let's go through them because this is it. This is it, y'all. So we have Billy and Ashley. We have Sophie and K-Dot. Megan is, part of that little throuple right now. And then we have Anu and Mr. Spleen himself, Patrick. And then we have Cal and Sarova. Those are, what is that, 9 people that we just met, okay? So Billy and Ashley meet up again, and they're talking about tattoos. He has a sheet music tattoo of a Michael Bublé song, and he's going to insert, I guess, his wife's name into the lyrics. I thought it was cute. I like tattoos. I have about 6 tattoos myself. I like tattoos. I don't have any issue with them. Billy said that he likes to be the little spoon when falling asleep, and then he wants to wake over the next morning and little spoon you. I said, okay, I know what that means. So he wants them to go to a country music concert together. He said, I got my boots on the ground. He ready to trail ride. He's ready to do all that type of stuff. So K Dot and Sophie. He asked Sophie, how would I give you butterflies? Now, he asked Megan this question initially. I didn't take notes on their interaction, but Megan gave a more solidified answer. Sophie's response was with passion. Okay, girl, how? Like, because here, let's be real. Passion is different things to different people. What I might find passionate, you won't find passionate. So, like, come on now. So he wants more details. And she said, Sophie, if he gets with her, he won't be disappointed. And it was very reminiscent of, oh, girl, was it Jessica? That was like, you're going to choke when you see me. You're going to choke. It was given that, Sophie, you are not that girl like that. Don't. Do not, okay? Sophie said that her biggest fear is falling in love, and she doesn't want to let someone see every aspect of her, and then they decide that that is not enough. I understand what you're saying, Sophie. Howsoever, you are on a show called Love is Blind. So, like, what are we really doing here? Sophie, please don't piss me off. I do not want to be angry at Sophie every episode. I just don't. So we get to Sarova and Cal. So Sarova said that change makes her uncomfortable, but Cal is like, I'm good with change. I'm going to make sure you good with change too. He then talks about how he nearly lost both of his brothers. One from combat was shot while he was serving, but he was good. Surgery was successful, all that type of stuff. And then another one his other brother had a drinking and substance addiction that wound him in the hospital, but he went to rehab, and now he done come out of rehab. He's a brand new person, okay? He's married, and he's been sober for 2 years. I'd like Cal and Sarova together. We get thrown a little loopy-loo at the end with them, but I like them together so far. We think it Ashley and Billy. Ashley is saying how she had to grow up quick, and she had to act as a provider for her siblings. So at the age of 16, she was paying bills, and she was the provider. She was paying the rent because she saw the dissolution and the breakdown of her parents' relationship. So because she has had to do all that, she wants that soft girl life. She wants somebody that's going to look after her since she's always looked after others. Now, Billy is nervous about her being a cabin crew flight attendant because he's dated someone like that before. He even asked Ashley if she's open to a different career, and she said yes. Here's my question, William. Here's my question. Are you still in the army? Are you still serving? Like, how does that look? Because yeah, as a flight attendant, because I have a friend that's a flight attendant, they are always gone and they're always busy. But you also kind of build your schedule around the way that your life is. There are a number of flight attendants that are married. And I'm not saying, before y'all come in the comments, I'm not saying that it's going to be an easy road for them. But for you to be like, I don't want to deal with her because she's the flight attendant, because I had a bad experience with a flight attendant before, like, nigga, you're in the Billy, you are in the army. I don't like the whole I'm gonna throw her to the side because she's like, and you're not even telling her. That's the thing. So we then get to Patrick and Anu, and we find out that he has a Jamaican mom and a Nigerian dad. And Anu was like, I'm Nigerian. Oh, so you grew up strict. And he was like, He was, but he is trusting his spleen. I said, don't wear this spleen out. The splenic intuition, don't wear it out, Patrick, because now you're sounding like a bullshit artist, to be real. So Calvin Sandova, is it Sadova? Do I need to give her a nickname too? Because I don't like butchering people's names. But she is Indian and he is half Pakistani. Because of that, there could be some conflict because they don't rock and roll with each other. So that is something that they made, like Cal made like a lighthearted joke about, but it's some real shit. So we're gonna see where that goes. So Ashley is gushing over Billy in the women's quarters, just geeked, like, I got my man, my man, my man. Meanwhile, Billy is over and it's like, she a flight attendant. It's not gonna work for me. And I'm like, oh, Billy's gonna get on my nerves about this. So they meet up at the end and they get ready to talk to each other. And he basically is like, I'm gonna have to tell you the real deal, Holyfield, and then we find out what's gonna happen. So I will be back for episode 2. Do not talk episode 2 in the comments, only episode 1. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.